Hello, thank you for joining me once again. This story is called Fuzzy Wuzzy and the Great Honey Heist. Once upon a time, in a deep, dark forest full of twisty trees and buzzing bees, there lived a very fluffy and very hungry bear named Fuzzy Wuzzy. He had the softest, fuzziest fur in the whole forest, but he also had the stickiest paws, because Fuzzy Wuzzy loved honey more than anything. One bright and sunny morning, Fuzzy Wuzzy woke up with a terrible rumble in his tummy. He licked his lips and sniffed the air. Honey, he said. But there was just one teeny tiny problem. He had already eaten all of his honey. Oh no! This is a honey emergency! Fuzzy Wuzzy gasped. He needed more honey and he needed it fast. Now, Fuzzy Wuzzy knew that the best honey in the entire forest belonged to old Queenie Bee. She kept a giant golden honey pot inside her hive at the top of the tallest oak tree. But old Queenie Bee was not a fan of honey-stealing bears. In fact, she was known for her super speedy stinger squadron, the Buzz Patrol. But did that stop Fuzzy Wuzzy? No way! He put on his sneakiest face and tiptoed, as much as a big fuzzy bear can tiptoe, toward the oak tree. Step, step, crash! Fuzzy Wuzzy tripped over his own fluffy feet and landed in a big wiry bush. Oops! He quickly stood up, brushed off the leaves, and kept going. Nothing could stop a bear on a honey mission. When he got to the tree, Fuzzy Wuzzy looked up at the hive. That's a long way to climb, he said. But then, aha! He spotted a vine hanging from a branch. I'll just swing up like a jungle bear, he said proudly. He grabbed the vine, took a deep breath, and swung with all his might. Swoosh! Right up into the air he went. Whee! Right past the hive he flew. Whoops! Right into a big puffy cloud. Poof! And back down he fell. Right into the honey pot. Splat! Fuzzy Wuzzy was stuck, head first, inside old Queenie Bee's prized golden honey pot. And that's when he heard it. Bzzz. The Buzz Patrol was coming. Uh-oh. Fuzzy Wuzzy wiggled and jiggled, but his big fuzzy bottom was stuck tight. The bees circled closer. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! Bzzz, buzzed the bees. Then old Queenie Bee herself zoomed in. She tapped Fuzzy Wuzzy's fuzzy behind with her tiny foot. Well, well, well! What do we have here? Fuzzy Wuzzy peeked out of the pot, honey dripping from his ears. Surprise! He said with a nervous chuckle. Old Queenie Bee put her tiny wings on her hips. You know stealing honey is against the rules, right? Fuzzy Wuzzy gulped. Uh-huh. And you know what happens to honey thieves, right? She said, raising one eyebrow. Fuzzy Wuzzy nodded. They, get chased? Nope, said old Queenie Bee. They have to help make the honey they eat. And that's how Fuzzy Wuzzy Bear spent the rest of the day, wearing a tiny bee apron, stirring honey with a tiny bee spoon, while the Buzz Patrol kept a very close eye on him. By the end of the day, he had learned an important lesson. Honey tastes even sweeter when you work for it. And from that day on, Fuzzy Wuzzy was not just a honey-loving bear. He was the best beekeeper in the whole forest, even if he still got stuck in the honey pot every now and then. And that's the end of this story. Thank you for listening. And if you've enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your notifications so that you can stay up to date with our latest stories.